All right, ladies and gentlemen, we had a very good chapter of One Piece, and now it's time to move on to Sakamoto Days. Do we finally see the end of the flashback? Or are we going to continue with one final bout before we move on to the present? Only one way to find out. Let's begin, shall we? Yo, peoples! Qushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another live reading of the next chapter of Sakamoto Days. In the last chapter, we saw Sakamoto working with Shin in order to locate the bomb that would blow up the ship, and Ando doing his best to keep himself alive in order for the bombs to be disarmed. Now, Ikari, who I thought was a woman, turned out to be a dude, tried to steer the ship into port in order to get Ando some help, but at the expense of endangering the lives of pretty much every single person on the ship. So, Sakamoto, being Sakamoto before he met Aoi, basically just kills Ikari and snaps his neck. And then it just comes to Sakamoto, who uses Ikari's very own anchor weapon, yanks down a helicopter, and while the massive cruise ship, mind you, this is a massive cruise ship, while it's careening into the canal that could have destroyed a bridge, Sakamoto hits a helicopter, yanks it down in front of the ship, turns the rotors on full tilt, and stops and slows the ship down long enough for everyone to get off of the ship, which then explodes, but not before Ando says live to his son, and Shin can hear his thoughts before the entire ship blows up because Ando then later succumbs to his wounds. And that was pretty much the end of that chapter. So let's see, and I haven't even looked at the screen. I got the page right here, but I haven't looked at the screen yet. Let's see what happens in chapter 203. Do we finally move out of the flashback? Or are we still there? And we get like a color page here. And it's Sakamoto with Shin looking at the second character popularity poll results. The long-awaited moment is finally here. The second character popularity poll results are out in this week's weekly Shonen Jump in Japan.
Yes, I'm going to impress Mr. Sakamoto again.
And we move over and we see all the people that have been voted, that have been basically included in the list of popularity. So I see Natsuo, I see Nagumo, I see Shin, Sakamoto. Is that Rion? I can't tell. I think that's Rion. I don't think that's the Akari. I don't think that's Akari. Is that Rion? That might be Rion. I might be wrong, but I see Miss Osaragi, Mr. Shishiba, and is that Gaku in the back? That looks like Gaku. Okay, that looks like Gaku. All right, but days 203, recovery. We're in the present! No, I'm wrong. I'm so very wrong. I'm wrong. Because I saw young Sakamoto and I immediately thought, we're in the present, and now we're back here with Tenkyu. But no, it just shows we're still in this flashback. And it shows the cruise liner having fully capsized and pretty much blown up from all those bombs. All the civilians who made it out, with Shin rescuing a small child who was still left there, and Sakamoto's on the phone. Target's death confirmed. Mission complete. And then we get back to Nagumo, who is apparently sitting with with Shishiba. Nice work, that was quick. We'll erase all records of your undercover work and any tracks you left behind. Come on back when things settle down. And then we just have Sakamoto looking at Shin. Nagumo, I'm gonna take a year laying low out here. I've got something to take care of. What? A year? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And Sakamoto, I said, what are you talking about? And my mouth said, about. That's not a word. What are you talking about? It's not a word. It's not even a word. What? A year? What are you talking about? And then Sakamoto walks up behind Shin. Hey. Because of your guidance, not a single passenger died. Thanks. But Shin isn't saying anything.
The truth is... Oh, wait. The truth is, I already knew that. That was a lie.
When Ando says, I'll hang in there till you get back.
I had the chance to go back and see him again, but I didn't take it. There's so much I still wanted to talk about, but I left my dad to die.
And Shin, thinking back on these memories, is just tearing up. And then Sakamoto, he just kneels down and puts his hand on his shoulder. No, we're finally in the present! Oh, I was about to say, wait, Sakamoto's got like a different jacket on? But no, we cut from Shin's young face and Sakamoto motioning to put his hand on his shoulder to Sakamoto putting his hand on his shoulder from the very same position in the present. We're back in the present. The flashback is done, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with Sakamoto, Shin, and Tenkyu. I know you're a kind-hearted person who puts people's needs before your own.
Mr. Sakamoto, I tried to kill Tenkyu. You can't call someone like that a good person.
You're not the only one. That goes for me, too.
Huh?
Everyone has evil feelings. That's why assassins exist. But you're someone who tries to be a good person. That's who you are. That's what we all love about you. Including me. And Shin is starting to get teary-eyed again.
For as long as I've known him, this guy's actions have aligned with his heart. Even back when I didn't trust anyone. That's what totally saved me. His straightforwardness continues to inspire me. I'm sorry, Mr. Sakamoto. I've come to my senses.
And Sakamoto just clocks him in the chin, which turns out, dang it, Sakamoto, stop making me think you're doing this to people.
Why did you just imagine killing me?
I got annoyed at you for being so mopey.
You sure do have evil feelings.
But then we have Shin and Sakamoto just smiling at each other as Sakamoto goes, let's go. Heisuke's waiting up above, as we have Heisuke still defending himself against Torres, because Torres is there to take Atari. He's there to take Atari. Tenacious, aren't you? He's
continued to protect me despite being at his limit. I've got to at least save Atari.
Sakamoto lost the bet. Hand over the fortune teller and I'll let you escape.
No!
Look, I'm not gonna do anything bad to her or nothing. There's no reason for you to fight this hard. And then Heisuke loads his gun again.
That doesn't matter. My friends entrusted me with this task. That's reason enough to fight. I'm not backing down.
Fine. Then die. And then Atari just steps in front of Heisuke. What? You think I won't kill you?
Luck is a fluid thing. You've heard the phrase a run of bad luck or a losing streak? Right now, I sense an aura of misfortune around you.
What? And then it shows Shin. It shows Shin right behind Torres as Shin goes, stop. And because he heard those commands from Shin, Torres momentarily stops and Sakamoto comes in and punches Torres directly in the face. That's a hard panel right there. Torres is standing there, but he doesn't even realize that Shin is behind him. That's a hard panel! I love that! But yeah, Sakamoto just decks him in the face and sends him flying across the whole area.
Took you long enough, Taro, Shin? Sorry, Heisuke. Can I make it up to you later? Huh?
For now, let's get out of this prison. And then while he's laughing, Shin goes,
"What's so funny?"
And then it shows Torres bursting out of a window behind them.
Oh, Miss Hoshi!
As it shows Miss Hoshi preparing to shoot Torres. But then Torres takes the gun immediately. And Torres takes the gun, points it at Miss Hoshi, going, "You think you can point a gun at me?" And then, while Sakamoto and Shin are surprised to see Torres already on his feet and already threatening the life of another person, Heisuke goes, "You know, when you guys are around, I just don't think I can miss." And while Heisuke takes aim right on top of Sakamoto's shoulder, he shoots, and the bullet finds its way into shooting the safety on the gun. Heisuke shot the safety on the pistol to keep Torres from killing Hoshi. And this shocks not only Shin, but even Sakamoto. Remember, Heisuke beat Sakamoto's record back at the JCC. So even Shin is like, "For real? He hit the safety?" And then he starts unloading shots on Torres, which Torres just blocks with his arm. And then they all just make a run for it.
"All right, now run!"
Whatever. They won't get away up there anyway. And then we cut to the JAA prison B1. "Stop! Boiled! Let me go!" Sakamoto breezed right by me and went down below. He'll be sorry. Can everyone just stop dropping in on the prison? And right when Hard Boiled is dragging that one dude that likes to fight with handcuffs, Shin and Sakamoto burst through the elevator door directly into Hard Boil's face.
"Ah, the smell of freedom is delicious!"
We're still in the prison. Huh? What happened to Boiled?
"I sense the aura of an anal fissure in him."
And that's Atari. Then we cut to the Okutabi Castle above the JAA prison, and someone is walking towards it. I can't tell if this is someone from the Order or someone new altogether, because the upper half of their body is completely covered in shadow. So we can't even see them. But Boiled is, back when he was upset, he was running through because Sakamoto ran right past him and just went, "Oh, hey, Boiled." "Ew, Sakamoto?" And that's the reason why Boiled was so mad and upset. But now we're on the move to getting out of the prison. Now we're on the move. Yo, Ashi, good to see you. Really emotional chapter, W. It was a really good chapter. Seeing this talk between Sakamoto and Shin was exactly what I was looking forward to when we came out of this flashback. I'm glad that this was the chapter where we came out of the flashback for. I'm glad we don't have to spend too much time in the flashback anymore. We're back in the present. And now, since we're in the prison, it's time to make our way out. Mind you, Sakamoto and company, they just left Tenkyu. We do not see Tenkyu at all in this chapter. We don't see him at all. So the popularity poll results are wild. Let's see. Oh, it was Rion. Because I figured Akari wouldn't be wearing what is it? Yeah, Akari wouldn't be wearing something that, revealing. So I figured that was Rion. So for popularity, number 1 is Nagumo, 2 is Shin, 3 is Shishiba, 4 is Osaragi, 5, I believe that's Natsuo. Yeah, Natsuo. And then 6, Rion, 7, Gaku, 8, Sakamoto, and 9, I believe that's Amane, and then 10, Heisuke. Wow. Does Sakamoto ever place within the 5-3? Is it the other people that people really like in Sakamoto days? What was the last poll? That aside, I love this chapter. I loved it too. And to see that Heisuke, that is like sniper elite levels of accuracy, where he shot the safety on the gun next to Torres's finger. He shot the safety. Do you realize how small a safety switch actually is? He shot the safety. You see, it's one thing to shoot and Akari is 14. Ah, okay. And I also wanted to make sure that I got the name right as well. But he shot the safety on the pistol. We'll say Aoi is 27. Okay. All right. Let me just talk about this chapter. So it's nice that we got a moment where Sakamoto wanted to be, more not just sympathetic with Shin, but realized that Shin needed somebody important in his life due to the fact that his father basically died. And then we get cut back to the present where Sakamoto says, "We all know you're a kind-hearted person." And because let me just actually go back to when he was saying this. Let me see. Everyone has evil feelings. That's why assassins exist. But you're someone who tries to be a good person. That's who you are. That's what we all love about you, including me. And that's when they make up. They reconcile. I'm checking to see if I see Tenkyu anywhere, but we do see Tenkyu, but it's in the panel when Sakamoto says everyone has evil feelings, that's why assassins exist. We just see Tenkyu's body just laying in the distance. It's very, very small. You can just barely make it out. Oh, wait, never mind. No, we do see Tenkyu. He's listening to this whole conversation. I just glossed over that at the beginning of this chapter. I glossed over the fact that Tenkyu is listening to this whole conversation. He's just laying there with his eyes wide open, listening to this. Mind you, his other eyes slash through, so you can't use that super perception anymore. But yeah, we do see Tenkyu in this chapter. My bad, my apologies. I was completely wrong. Sorry, I meant Akira, Akari. There's so many people with Akari names, and Akira. Rion Akira. No, Rion Akao, and then Rion Akira. It's on me. With how Torres says they won't get away up there, I believe it's Oki coming to the prison at the end of the chapter, same clothes too. That scares me because we don't know the capability. That's the thing. Oki is the head of the order, Underclock. Also, hey, Underclock, I hope your day has been great. Oki is the head of the order. He's the leader. If he's waiting for them up top, I'm concerned. I am concerned if Oki is up there waiting for them. And I hear you, Denim. I know you want to be included, but I'm working right now. You don't need anything. You've already eaten. You've already been taken outside. Why are you trying to jump in on my conversation that I'm having? Give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I am so sorry. I feel like Oki's going to be a major problem. The only thing we've seen him do is just talk to members of the Order and introduce the new members of the Order, including Torres and that other dude that likes music. So Oki, with him being the head of the Order, I really don't think he's just a person that gives them orders. I think he is going to be a major issue. A major issue in terms of strength. He doesn't seem like the person that'll just be on the sidelines. He doesn't seem like a desk job type person. He seems like a, I work best in the field type person. He gives me Agent 47 vibes. And what do we know about Agent 47? He has never failed a mission. He is the professional. They call him Baba Yaga. Hopefully next chapter we get to see what he can do. We're gonna have to see, because if that is indeed Oki waiting for them at the top, and mind you, the Order knows they're already there. Not just Torres, but the rest of them. So Sakamoto and company just literally getting out of the prison and seeing the surface and going about their day is already going to be a major concern. I honestly feel like the rest of the Order is just waiting for them upstairs. First, I thought it might have been Oki too. At first, I thought it was Osaragi, but the shoes and frame don't match. Yes, because Osaragi wears like a big old black dress. Well, like a sizable black dress, and she wears like heels. Or is it combat boots? Does she wear combat boots? Like dress combat boots? But the shoes and frame don't match, and the more I thought about it, Oki just makes more sense. It has to be Oki. So, who here has seen the anime, or at least read through Hunter x Hunter, where the head butler, or at least one of the butlers for the, Killua's family, the one that has like the coin toss, and the one that's questioning them and quizzing them to see just how capable they are, him. Oki gives me that butler vibes. I don't know what that butler's name is. I don't know what that attendant's name is in Hunter x Hunter that does a coin toss, and he's tossing it between his hands rapidly, and then he tosses it between 3 people. I don't know what his name is. But at the same time, Oki gives me that vibe. In the Sakamoto Discord, when this chapter leaked, for a second, everyone freaked out thinking it was Gozu. I don't know. I don't know. Because we haven't seen Gozu since, like, chapter 175-ish, at least when he was mentioned. We'll have to see, because it doesn't appear like we're going on break, though. But what I will say, and I got to go ahead and bring it to a close here, because I need to go out and I need to eat. I'm hungry. I had like a bag of breakfast snacks earlier at church today, and I am hungry. I need sustenance. But now we're out of the flashback. Sakamoto and Shin, it's definitely Oki, but there were some who thought it was Gozu since he hasn't been revealed yet. True. But given how Torres' words of like, sure, you won't be able to get up there anyway. It's not like you're going to be able to get away from this prison up there anyway. So it stands to reason that Torres was sent inside, but there are some people outside just in case they actually get past Torres. So the thought of it being Oki seems more and more likely due to the words that Torres has spoken. Because you gotta really pay attention to these words. You can't just pass them off. You can't just read through them like the regular words. You gotta think about it for a second. And then the next panel, you gotta think about what the person last said. You won't be able to make it out of here anyway. Like, hold on, let me go back. When he was saying, whatever, they won't get away up there anyway. Which means that Torres is not the only Order member who is here. Because if this is indeed Oki who's walking up there, waiting to greet them, that just makes that statement even more. That just makes that statement even more likely. Yeah, I agree it was a knee-jerk reaction. That tends to happen with just tons of manga in general. So, Especially when people are saying like, "Oh, we haven't seen this person in a while. What if it's him?" You mean the person that was working with Uzuki? It's him? Why would it be him? But the idea that it's Oki, because remember, they're already hunting down Shin and Sakamoto along with Nagumo. They're already hunting them down. So if Torres knows where they're at, the order wants to, it's like literally one of their top priorities is to bring down Sakamoto and Shin and everyone affiliated with them. That is literally their top priority right now. So I would not be surprised if it is Oki, because this is his top job, to bring down Sakamoto and Shin. So it wouldn't be surprising if it is, but we're gonna have to wait until next week. I really do want to know more about Gozu, though, hopefully soon. Yeah, we don't know too much about him. We don't know too much about Gozu. While I'm looking at the last popularity poll, not the new one, and Sakamoto is 5. So he has been in like the top 5. Okay. But since the thing about Sakamoto Days is that there are characters that people like more than the main character, which is something, because you know, when you create a main character, you want them to be like one of the most popular because it's the main character. But Sakamoto's Days has so many characters that people just love that it is easy for you to override Sakamoto as, you know, within your top 5 or within your top 10, and then other people being your top 5. Nagumo easily being one of the top 5 easiest choices along with Shin. So that's something that Sakamoto does very well. They don't have a main character that you like above all else. They have multiple characters that you like even more than the main character on occasion. So yeah, I like that kind of switch up. Keeps things, it's a nice change from just having a main character that everyone just likes and then they like everyone else underneath that same main character. So I kind of like that. But we're not going on break, and now we get to see how Sakamoto and Shin and company get out of there. Because remember, they're still trying to get Atari out, along with Miss Hoshi. And I don't know how long Miss Hoshi's going to have a job if she allows Atari to get out of the custody of the JAA's prison. Because the JAA has been banking on Atari's predictions. And I don't know if they're going to allow the person who's been attending Atari to remain in that same position if the person she's in charge of looking after and keeping in that prison, she allows to get out. The same thing that happened to Ando, which caused him to try and flee the country because the JAA wanted to kill him because he didn't do his job. I imagine Miss Hoshi may be put in a similar situation. Though I don't think she's going to try and flee the country, though, because, you know, she's far more concerned with the well-being of Atari than anything else. But I'm just saying a whole bunch of hyperbole and hypothetical things. We'll have to wait until next week to see what next awaits us as Sakamoto and company now try to leave the prison. We got into this prison last year? Like a couple of months ago last year? And now we're finally at the part of this story, part of this arc, where we're trying to leave the prison. I wonder if we're going to cut back to Tenkyu. Before this arc is over, I wonder if we're going to cut back to Tenkyu after he witnessed this conversation between Sakamoto and Shin. Remains to be seen, but we'll have to see. Overall, I really like this chapter, and this was a chapter many of us were waiting for. Many of us were waiting for us to get back to the present day so that Sakamoto could speak to Shin and get him back on the right track again. And so we can get back to Heisuke, who still shows off insane marksman skills. How do you even see the safety on a gun? That's gotta be a seriously high-grade scope for him to be able to see the scope, see the safety on the pistol from such a far distance. See the safety on the pistol. I almost bit my tongue there. See the safety on the pistol, and then shoot the safety without hitting Torres' finger. That is some Oh no, I forgot the dude's name with the big old with the 50 cal. What is it, Takahata? Hold on. Give me a sec. No one say. I want to look it up myself. Kamihara Kamihate, that's his name. Some people got some insane skills when it comes to just marksmanship in this entire series. But Heisuke, he doing the thing. And saying that my aim gets better when Sakamoto and Shin are around? Yeah, okay. So, but that was sick. But yes, good chapter. Enjoyed it. Looking forward to the next one. Because the next one is pretty much going to put us on a path of, okay, what should we expect next as Sakamoto and company are trying to make their way out of the prison? And who's going to be waiting for them up there? Is it Oki or is it someone else? We'll have to see. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping by today's reaction of Sakamoto Days. I love reading manga to all of you. And I will be adding more. I'm going to be adding Hunter x Hunter, and then I'm going to be adding Kagodabachi as well. So there'll be plenty of things for you guys to read up on or, you know, listen to while either you're working or whatever you're doing in your house. My dulcet tones with my dramatic reading and such. So yeah, there's still a lot of things in the works, and thank you for helping this channel get up to 5,600 subscribers. Woo! You guys are amazing, and I greatly appreciate all the support you have shown me thus far. Celebrating my birthday this month on the 23rd, so I'll thank you for making this a wonderful month in advance. Hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples!